Someone's asking about the upcoming class, the body mapping and the three brains. Could you talk a little bit about that?
So the body mapping in the three brains, there's a couple of different components. One is a deeper practice for harmonizing the three brains and aligning them and then putting them in motion. Think of the three brains as harnessing and harmonizing instinct, your feelings, and your thought processes combined into like one thing that helps you to pierce through normal pieces of information in a way that elevates the intuitive mind, and you go beyond the senses. You're able to put what you would call like functional clairvoyance in motion, which is not just looking at an object and seeing what the energy is around it, but being able to process a lot of information at once, taking the information and then move forward in situations. You're applying it, you're innovating, you're learning how to align yourself in different situations to produce the desired outcome, or to increase efficiency, or just to be innovative in nature. And so as you go through and do this, there are certain purifications. Purification is not even the right word. It's almost like a calming down of the lower emotions. We think of the lower emotions as something in the emotional body, and then as we go through and we talk about it, we talk about how it's from the physiology. You could take it a step further and say, not only is it of your physiology, but it's based on like past conditioning. And when we have emotions or repetitive thoughts, we attract energy from the environment. And this energy accumulates down below your feet. And so part of our getting triggered, our lower emotions, it is tied to this like accumulation, you could say. And when we go through and do the body mapping, for one, you're starting to purify this tendency, and this accumulation starts to manifest in the body as specific kinds of lower emotions, like the tendency to get fixated, the tendency to feel hurt, the tendency to feel resentment in ways that your mind didn't really go, I should feel resentment about this, or your emotions like, this is really upsetting, I should feel hurt. But we get these like pieces of information that is just how we feel, and we don't really know why. And different parts of your body have certain kinds of lower emotion like triggers that it holds. And as you go through and you clean these things up, for one, it's very calming, it's very soothing. It reduces pain and agitation in the body. It makes the body feel more comfortable. It's incredibly soothing and relaxing. But on top of that, it changes the nature of your energy body or your aura. And so for one, your body gets better at a much faster rate. Lower emotions, which are not just held in the body, they're held in the energy body, in the aura, not as something negative, not as something positive. They're just kind of neutral. They're lower emotions. And what gives us a sense of well-being is changing the aura from these lower emotions to higher emotions. And you could say that your aura emits a kind of like a frequency, or sends out like a piece of information to the environment that triggers energies from the environment, triggers how people treat you, how people interact with you, and how the interactions that you have with other people kind of go, is all reflected in this quality of your energy body. And so by going through and treating this, we're going to unwind the different parts of the body. And what I've gone through and done is each area, like say your shins, have a different kind of impulse than your calves, and your thighs. You know, the front of your leg does something different than the back of your leg. The back versus the abdomen. All these areas, not only have I pinpointed what they are for you, but we've also gone through and done what the exact lower emotion is. Now, if you think about like when we are doing our body processes where you go, okay, think of a situation, think of something external, then come into your body and where do you feel it, right? Do you feel it in your back? Do you feel it in your jaws? Do you feel it in your chest? Part of what we're doing is developing the ability to find the lower emotion that when you come back to your body, you can go, oh, I feel resentment. I'm going to go to this area. I'm going to sit with my awareness on this area, going to bring the resentment up to the surface and the aura, and then I'm going to do something to flush it out. So at first, we were just practicing this ability to feel where you feel it in your body. And remember, I'd say, don't pay attention to a specific spot. Like if you have a bad shoulder, don't go, oh, I have a bad shoulder, that's what I want to do. And go, set that aside. Where do you feel something in your body? You're developing this ability to go, this is what I'm feeling. Like it's not just physical sensation, you're feeling physical sensations that are generating lower emotions that then impact your higher emotions. And so by going through and systematically looking at each piece, we're going to increase like our emotional intelligence to be able to unwind certain things that have a hard time unwinding because they're not tied to a story. They're just tied to these like triggers, right? That's why you go through, you process the story, and then nothing kind of changes. You have more understanding, but you still kind of feel the way that you feel. It's because it's still in the body somewhat. And so when we go through and process this, it's very soothing, it's very relaxing, and you'll be able to target specific kinds of feelings and then go through and do things to clear it, which changes the aura and the energy that you emit, and that changes the energy that you attract, right? Or that would impact interactions. So we'll go through and we do that, and we're going to do a thing where it kind of, different traditions call it by different names, but basically you kind of armor up the body, so to speak, in a way that you develop the energy body so that things don't have such an impact on you. And we'll do things with the feet, we'll do things around the waist, we'll do things on the abdomen, the chest. And this deepens your ability to heal. It gives you a much deeper sense of peace. It increases the effectiveness of your mental processes. It improves how you feel, but it also gives you a little bit of a protective quality and a deeper ability to have deep inner experiences, like when you meditate or pray. And so there's ways to do this quickly, and then there's the ways that you can go through and spend an hour or two and unwind this, clean this up and unwind this from time to time. And so it's the other side of the coin to the vagus nerve class. Like this is targeting the accelerator nerve, which is tied to accelerating processes in the body, especially heart rate and the tendency to get triggered. You're calming that down so that your body can feel relaxed, your emotions feel relaxed, your mind is relaxed and more organized. So it's a fascinating class. Yeah.
Great, thank you.